Hello, I just want to talk about another trauma today. It's an older one. It's an adult one, and it's what kick-started my fibromyalgia symptoms. Because I didn't have any symptoms until after that, so that's how I know. So it's one from my brother. It's like the second time he attacked me. The first time it wasn't kid stuff. It was 18. It was Christmas Day. I'll tell you the first time first because it makes sense to go first before second. It was Christmas Day. I'm tired. I was working a night shift in a care home and I was tired, so I slept a lot of the day. And I was on the couch just lazing around, and he got up and farted as he went past. And I went, "Oh, that's disgusting." You know, nobody likes being farted in the face, so that's what I said. And he kicked off, and next thing you know, he's putting the bloody window through with his head, and then he went in the hall and started trashing things up. And I don't remember the exact way everything happened, but I remember I went past, I locked myself in the bathroom, he kicked in the door, and then grabbed me by the sink, by my throat, up like that. My mum was trying to pull his arm to get him off, and she was just getting hit and pushed back out of the way. So that happened. And then my dad came through in his dressing gown, not knowing what was going on, and I don't know how it stopped, but it stopped. And then a year later, he was beaten up, and he came to my mum's. Somebody hit him round the back of the head and had a good beating, and he ended up in hospital. So, me feeling sorry for him, forgive him. And he offered to help decorate my kitchen in my new flat. I lived in Woodlands Walk at the time, the old flats that were there, which, you know, he did, and we had a drink and everything. I think we went out, but I can't really remember the night before where we went. But he was having a go at my friend, and I won't tell you exactly what he was saying, but he was saying some unpleasant things, and I asked him to stop. And he kicked off. He threw a bottle of vinegar through. If you know the Castlefields flats, they have the little window at the top, but I mean, I'm sure other doors in the world have a little window at the top. And he threw the vinegar through there and started fucking ripping at the wallpaper and kicking off. I went to ring the police on my phone, and he picked it up and stamped on it, threw me against the back of the wall thing, and then he picked me up by the throat, and he grabbed a knife, and he picked me up by the throat like that with a knife at me. So me, to get away, he had a broken cheekbone. I punched him in it, and I managed to get away. And I don't know where I went, but I definitely went out of the house, and I definitely remember ringing my mum to tell her. And I said I was going to ring the police, and she told me not to because he's my brother and he didn't mean it. And of course he didn't. So I was quite upset and shook and didn't want to sleep in the house on my own that night. So I went to my mum and dad's, and he was in my bed in my room, so I couldn't stay there, and I had to take the dog back. And I told my mum what had happened and everything, and she said I shouldn't have hit him, and that it can't have been that bad because I didn't have massive bruising on my neck or anything. Sorry, he didn't strangle me enough, but that, after that day, after that happened, I didn't feel safe in that house. I just wanted to, I didn't want to be there. I didn't feel safe there. My mum, her reaction to it, that made me feel as though my life wasn't worth defending. Because she was more concerned about a precious son. After that, I started getting funny pains down here. Started getting chest pains. Started getting pain around the back of my neck. It started, my anxiety got a lot worse. I didn't like going out. When I did go out, I had to have a weapon, whether it was a spray of something, or keys, or could stab somebody if they come near me, or anything like that, you know. It was like that for a long time, and I moved away from Runcorn, you know. There's a lot of bad things happened in Runcorn, but it's not Runcorn's fault, you know. It's not Runcorn's fault, but yeah. That is what started my fibromyalgia symptoms, and I've never had an apology for this. Not from my brother, not from my sister. My younger sister actually looked me in the face and said it was my fault it happened, which I don't think asking somebody to stop being abusive, mentally abusive to a person is something you should be physically attacked for. And I don't think a man should physically attack a woman under any circumstances. Yeah, but narcissistic people have narcissistic views, and that's the thing, isn't it? So that gave me the issue of feeling like extremely worthless. Extremely. My own mum didn't care if I was killed or not. She said, "Oh, he's your brother, you were silly thinking he might have killed you," but he had his hand around my throat and a knife near my face. I was not feeling the love. You know. I don't think that's irrational. I don't think that's petty. And I was told not to ring the police, and I've filmed about this because I wish I had rung the police and got that bastard locked up for what he did, because he deserves locking up for that. You do not do that to your little sister. You don't. He ended up getting locked up because he bit somebody's ear off, and at the end of the day, that's the type of person he is. And probably, for filming this video, he's going to, you know, give me shit, but I don't give a shit anymore. Don't care. Don't want me to rattle your cage. Don't, you know, want me to wind your neck again. Get fucked. Rattle, rattle. Yeah, so the reason I'm talking about this is because I want other people to go against family who do this shit to them, to get the police involved, to actually press charges and to do something about it, because I don't care who you are or what you've done. You do not. No grown man has the right to physically hit you, whether he's family or not. And no person has the right to insult you to the point where you don't have any confidence or self-belief in yourself. Sorry about that. No one has the right to abuse you mentally, physically, or any of the... No one has the right. If they are family, they shouldn't do it. But if they are family and they do it, report them. Please. Alright, thank you and goodbye.